Emblem. Engage!
Hello friends, Cab here with Chapter 20 of this Fire Emblem Engage Anything Goes Maddening LTC. After trudging through all the fire, water, and miasma at Give Report, our army finds themselves within the dark walls of Elusia Castle. This is the third and final fog map of the game, and it's by far the simplest. Not only is Griss a relatively easy boss to kill thanks to his low HP, defense, and speed, but true to his pain-loving nature, he basically LTCs himself by warping next to our army when the map begins. We also just got Micaiah back, who will pretty much trivialize the remaining chapters, especially when coupled with Hortensia. Except for one particular chapter, of course. As with all breather chapters, this is a great chance for our weaker units to gain some XP and hopefully grow strong enough to make some real contributions in the future. And well, I can think of no weaker unit than our little Onigiri. Kagetsu takes Lucina to farm Parthia kills for the third time this run, and he'd better start showing some returns on all this investment soon. Princess Timerra and Prince Alfred both return to help out as well. Timerra really smacked Griss around last time at Floor Report, so she's very excited to help out again in any way that she can. Alfred will try to shine as bright as he can to cut through all this fog, but I have a feeling that he'll be used for some other flunky duties. As such, he gets the honorary flunky and a ring. Although this map isn't as demanding in terms of combat as the previous fog maps, it's still pretty huge and the existing torches are not sufficient for lighting. So, we purchased our first Illum Staff of the run, which will be given to Pandreo. With the map being relatively easy, we didn't have to do a whole lot of Somnial preps. We gave all 3 standard arena to Kagetsu, because Lord knows he needs it, and Lindon and Timerra have both inherited mentorship, with Timerra spending almost all of her remaining SP getting Cantor as well. Timerra has also picked up a new weapon proficiency, which we will see shortly. We spent all 3 recreation forcing Timerra and Ivy to become friends, and after eating a +4 speed meal together, they are now at B support. Unfortunately, having Timerra as a friend wasn't enough to get Ivy out of her drug habit, as she snorts another spirit dust along with 2 goddess icons. Lindon reclasses to Royal Knight to make the most out of his time with Sigurd, where he retains access to B staffs thanks to his innate staff proficiency. I never really got this one, to be honest. Aren't like 99% of Lindon's support conversations just him destroying stuff with thunder? In any case, we'll take it, as mounted staffers are extremely useful, especially in combination with the rescue staff, which Lindon has just grabbed from the convoy. Rescue can generally cover more ground than warp, and we've been spamming it so far in this run thanks to the double drops from the well. Timerra trained with Leaf to get bow proficiency, and now reclasses to a bow knight. I can't imagine how Fagato must feel seeing his sister become a mounted 6-move bow user, considering that he never got the chance to. As we finish off our preparations, I'll just quickly mention that, despite the entrap staff dropping from an enemy in this chapter, doing 4-star Ancient Well would still result in 2 rescues every time, instead of 1 rescue and 1 entrap. Maybe we need to break the entrap staff before the watering hole starts working, like how we needed to break Notice for 5-star Well. In any case, this isn't really run relevant anymore, as the only time that entrap could have made a difference was chapter 19, but we one-turned that anyways. Plus, we need to continue doing 5-star Well to fuel our unit's drug habits. Let's get into this easy one-turn clear. Timerra starts us off by full moving to the right and throwing some bread at the Mage Knight revealed by the torch. She gets taken down to 1 HP for the 3rd time, before revealing Griss and cantering in front of his face. Before the battle starts, Griss will teleport to a random fog tile that is as close to our units as possible. For some reason, he seems to really like this particular bottom right tile on the first try, which is very convenient for us. With Griss in sight, Ivy flies over and cleanly one-rounds his first life before applying Draconic Hex. Ivy barely doubles Griss thanks to Sigurd engraving on her Bolganone, the speed +3 skill, as well as the speed +4 meal. With Timerra's support along with her personal skill Racket of Solm, as well as the goddess icons taken during prep, Ivy faces no crit at all from Griss's Ragnarok.
Oh, Sally, you're all fired up, aren't you? Let loose!
Well, obviously Selly's fired up. You just got burned to a crisp by Ivy.
Let's do this!
On the other side, Pandreo moves to the edge of fog and illumines before cantering 2 up. This reveals a path to the center area of the map. After a reposition from Alfred, Lindon engages with Sigurd and full moves all the way up to rescue Citrinne, transporting her a total of 9 tiles thanks to the boost from the wall. He counters 1 up 1 right to get into position to apply mentorship later on. Next, Hortensia engages and warps Alear, Chloe, Kagetsu, and Seedal to the very edge of fog up above. With everybody in place, it's time for Onigiri to eat up. He engages with Lucina and scores his first Parthia kill on the Martial Master with the droppable and trap staff, at a position that receives mentorship from Chloe. Kagetsu hits level 10 off of this kill, and gains 1 measly point of speed while making one of the best expressions I've ever seen. It's really too bad that Kagetsu's growths are pretty solid, otherwise we could see this face more often. Kagetsu counters 1 up before getting danced by Seedall, who finally gets his first level up of the run. Something tells me that we won't be hitting Special Dance during this playthrough, unless we go back to Chapter 5 and spend 2 days dancing in front of Mother like it's Fates. With his action refreshed, Kagetsu moves back down to kill a Mage Knight, again with Chloe providing mentorship. Chloe then moves upwards to chip a Wolf Knight with a Spear +4 from Chapter 17, which weighs her down enough to not double in 1 round. That's how you know that Chloe is truly a good unit, as she's chipping down enemies to feed our scrubs. Finally, Citrinne moves to complete our Goddess Dance formation while contemplating chipping the remaining Mage Knight. In the end, the Star of Brodia decides that she's too good for chip XP and waits instead. Alear Goddess Dances to refresh Citrinne, Seedall, Chloe, and Kagetsu while earning a level up in the process. She counters 2 up afterwards. Alive once again, Kagetsu moves to clean up the chipped Wolf Knight for his 3rd Parthia kill of the clear, this time with mentorship from Byleth Alear. He gets a way better level up here. Of course you foresaw this, we're playing on fixed growths, you bozo. Seedall dances Kagetsu for the 2nd time before cantering away from Citrinne. Kagetsu moves all the way down to score his 4th and last Parthia kill, this time boosted by Lindon's freshly inherited mentorship. Between the arena training and all the mentorship boosted Parthia kills, Kagetsu gained a grand total of 2.63 levels during this chapter. I have a feeling that all of this power creeping will pay off very soon. With the substitute teacher nearby, Chloe moves to one-shot the middle Wolf Knight with Houses Unite Plus, revealing and clearing a path to Griss. She then immediately moves to one-shot his 2nd life with Raging Storm. While Chloe could easily finish Griss off here, she instead heads to the left and grabs the rescue chest. Even though we got a grand total of 30 rescue uses from the watering hole, we're still scrounging for every last staff that we can get. Finally, Citrinne walks 4 tiles between Alear and Seedall to one-shot Griss's final life with Astra Storm. For someone who claims to love pain, Griss in this chapter is surprisingly tanky against magical attacks. He has 48 HP and a staggering 38 res, which has been dropped to 34 thanks to Ivy. Still, he's no match for Citrinne, especially when she has an Engrave Radiant Bow +5, Alear's personal skill, Spur Attack from Seedall, Weapon Sync, and 4 Momentum. The Sniper scores her 5th boss kill in a row, and that's chapter 20 completed in 1 turn. XS will see you next time for the calm before the storm.